So here's yet another short story backing up why guys who want a family and marriage and all that should, generally speaking, avoid the single MOMs like the plague. And in this situation here, no different. When a husband finds out that his wife had been lying for years about her fertility and did something really, really, really bad. And upon learning this information, which you'll find out, he is divorcing her right in the spot. And none of you will blame him. Now, as I've said before, it doesn't mean all single MOMs are like this, but many are nuts and do a lot of disgraceful things. And you're going to see here, well, that's that. So, title: Am I the a-hole for divorcing my wife because she lied about her fertility? And a shout out to all you guys that sent me this story. A whole bunch of you did. I'm not going to name them all, but you all know who you are. Says here, I, a 38-year-old male, have been with my wife, Natalie, 37, for 8 years, married for 4. Natalie has a daughter from a previous relationship, Kaya, who's 12 years old. Kaya's dad left when she was a newborn. We have no idea where he is. I love her as if she were mine. She calls me dad and has a great relationship with me. Well, that's good, at least. Usually the child is a little a-hole to the stepdad, so at least he has that. I told Natalie from the very beginning that I would like to have biological children, and she said she is open to having more kids. After we got married, we bought a nice place and started trying for a baby. Okay, so she made it clear, okay, she's open to that. He wants to have a child of his own, fair enough. After 1 year, we did some testing and all came back normal. My wife said IVF would be too costly and hard on her body. I was secretly devastated, but I decided to come to terms with the fact that I'll never have any biological children. This was until a few days ago when I found out from Natalie's sister that Natalie lied to me. She said that she and her sister got into a fight in our house, and her sister screamed, "At least I don't take pills behind my husband's back and claim I'm infertile. Does he know you had a procedure?" I was floored. My wife kicked her sister out of the house and started crying, saying she really didn't want another kid and didn't want to lose me. Isn't that amazing? She and her sister get into a big giant fight, and then the sister throws her under the bus. And all this time, she's been taking pills to make her obviously not have children. And she had the A-word procedure. This poor guy the whole time. Bait and switched, lied to him. I'm open to the idea of having kids. Well, now you know darn well, make sure she's enthusiastic about that. Taking pills all the time, making him think that she couldn't have kids, blah, blah, blah. This poor guy. Goes on. I can't believe she lied to me instead of talking to me. I just left. I've been staying at my parents' house since then. Natalie begs me to come back and says we can try for a baby. No, not happening. Kaya even messes me to come back. My parents think I should just move on and give her another chance. Smack to the parents. That she made a mistake and she apologized. Am I the a-hole for wanting a divorce for this lie? No, not at all. You're the a-hole for being dumb enough to get involved with a single MOM. I'm glad you have a good relationship with your daughter. I'm sure your daughter's a great kid. But now the daughter is going to have some serious daddy issues. First, the dad abandoned her, and now you're leaving. But that's not your problem. But let me make this clear. This is how girls get daddy issues. They want to hook up with every single guy because she couldn't get the love and being abandoned by her daddy. In this case, 2 of them. It says also, I live in Canada and I'm pro-choice. I do believe women have to control their bodies. Don't lecture me about her rights. But this is a different situation. She lied to me. I could now have a baby in my arms, and I had no idea she's against having more babies until a few days ago. The procedure happened 1.5 years after our wedding. Yes, my baby. Yes, she saw me devastated and upset while she claimed that we can't have a baby. I can't believe she lied to my face. This poor guy. And I'm sure he's been great to her daughter and taking her in when other guys wouldn't. And this is the thing she gives him. She could have communicated, you know what, I just don't want to have kids. I don't want to go through that again. At least she communicated. But she lied to him and did all that behind his back, you know? I mean, that's awful. And in that situation, a guy obviously has a lot to have a say because it's his kid. You know, she was carrying. And I stand by that, you know? But this is terrible. And he has every right to kick her to the curb. And he has to, at this point, think about him. He can maintain a relationship with the daughter if he wants to. The mother's obviously going to drag his name through the mud because she's a good kid. And this young daughter doesn't deserve that. This guy's the only father figure she's known. But he can't be with this woman anymore because you can't have a relationship. Certainly marriage without trust. And she betrayed him. And what else is she lying about here? You know, who knows who this father is and the whereabouts of him? Who knows what that situation is? Now for an update. He says, thank you all for the kind comments in my private messages. I did receive a few unkind ones accusing me of trying to control her body or making her feel unsafe, which is why she secretly went through with it all. Of course, in Reddit, being a certain audience that many of them are, made him out to be the bad guy here, to no surprise. Natalie came over to my parents' house last night after dinner. She dropped off Kai at her friend's house because she needed to talk to me. I'm glad I gave her the chance because now I have no doubt she is a pathological liar. She says after her first pregnancy, she had to work so hard to be in shape, and she swore she would never do that again. I said, then you lied to me from day one. She did lie to him from day one. Then she saw me come to terms not having a baby, so she decided not to tell me. I said, so you lied to me more. You got rid of my baby because you wanted to stay fit. You didn't even discuss anything with me. How could you do that to me? I could be holding my baby right now, and you stole that from me. She said she is so sorry, but the good news is she still can have one. And I said, you're still lying. You don't want a baby, and you're only saying it so I'd stay. I don't even know what to believe anymore. I can't trust you ever. Yeah, these are all things from the Hoe Bag Handbook. The crying, the I'm sorry's that we can, all this bullshit here. Pathological liar. See, guys? And again, not all single MOMs are like this, but many are, and many are nuts and use guys. She used this guy to obviously pay the bills, use this guy to be a daddy to the daughter, all these types of things. And now the daughter's going to get hurt by her mother's actions, leading this guy here to end it with her, which she should. Totally betrayed him, and it's terrible what she did. She started crying, Hoe Bag Handbook Chapter 2, saying, Kai, is so sad you left us because I can't give you a baby, and I lost it. I said, you lied to her too. Is this why she thinks I left? I told her it's over and get out of my parents' house. She cried and cried, of course. I'll be meeting with my lawyer this week to start the separation process. I'll send a text to Kaya and explain that I didn't abandon her and will do anything to be in her life. I never legally adopted her, sadly. I can't believe I blindly trusted her all these years. As for Kaya's dad, I have no idea who he is. She refuses to talk about it. Well, again, this guy's the a-hole for marrying this woman and believing all her crap. But I obviously didn't know about the lessons about these wacko single MOMs that use guys. That's why I do these videos. And good luck trying to explain to an emotional 12-year-old girl who's already been abandoned by her real biological dad that the mom's lying and all that. Good luck there. He can try, but good Lord. Now, some comments here real quick. One guy says here, I can't believe she told Kaya you left because she couldn't have a baby. Not only was that a lie, but Kaya continues to believe it as she gets older and could possibly develop an anxiety at whether or not she'll be left over the same thing. I'm so happy you're going to stay in Kaya's life. You raised her like your own, and you would both be devastated if she couldn't see you anymore. I'm sorry that you're in this situation. This is very good of this guy. He obviously loves this woman's daughter, and the daughter loves him, but, a lot of guys wouldn't do that. And the guy would have every right to walk away if he wanted to. So this says a lot about him. But still, the mother's going to make it extremely difficult out of spite. Another comment. Not the a-hole. There's nothing wrong with not wanting to have kids. There's nothing wrong with not wanting to have more kids. And there's nothing wrong with changing your mind about wanting or not wanting kids. That is not what this is about. This is about the fact that your partner chose over and over again to lie to you, to allow you to dream about a future she knew you would not have with her. She lied, betrayed and misled you for years, even did a 180 and honestly wants kids now. Is this really someone you want to stay with, to co-parent with, to be the mother of your kids? Absolutely not. Yeah, if she didn't want to have kids, okay, she should have told him from the beginning. And he would have had the choice to marry her or not, And maybe he would have. But no, she wanted to make sure she had a daddy to watch over her daughter and raise her, help provide. So she lied through her teeth and made up a bunch of bullshit and did these awful things behind his back. Terrible. He has a right to kick her to the curb. He needs to start taking care of himself because he's always been sacrificing for them. And one more. Guy says, not the a-hole here. You were so lucky you left now. She probably lied about so many other things. I guarantee you that. I'd be devastated as I have 4 daughters, and I'm so butt out of shape, but I can't be the person who I am without them today. Also, I have my 5th, and after I have my 5th, I will try my best to get in better shape, but will never stop me from having kids, not lie about my infidelity. This just seems so wrong in so many ways, and I'm glad you're getting a divorce. Someone out there is for you and wants to have your kids. Keep your head up high and don't give up. That was as from a woman. Well, 5 kids, that's a lot of kids, lady, but You're a loving mom. Good for you. Keep loving them and get your ass in shape. You owe it to your husband. So anyhow, guys, there you go. This guy's every right to kick her to the curb, and we'll see about any updates going on with this guy in this situation. I'm sure it ain't going to be pretty, and I'm sure there's more skeletons in the closet than she's letting on here. So I do wish this guy all the best. But again, your relationship, guys, you want a family and all that, best to stick to the ones that don't have any kids, because they're not all bad, and I know some single ones, but, even the good ones, there's some stereotypes that can be headaches for guys. Be careful.